So today we are going to give it the final touch. We are going to add the movement to the smoke, so you can see that the smoke is moving as it's coming out, and that is what we are going to do today. So in order to make the smoke fly into the direction that he's pointing, we're going to use a little bit of code, and also we need a kind of new object. So let's get on the third-person controller, create a new empty game object, and call that, I don't know, emission maybe. Okay, so what is important about that? You have to add it a rigid body that it needs, and you're also going to select that it has a frozen rotation, and you also want to freeze the y-axis. So, and then you're going to take the smoke particle system and kind of group it down here. And now you have the emission in extra. So now that we have it set up with the rigid body, we want to go on the third person controller and go back to our third person user control script. And we have to write a few lines of code in order to make the smoke fly. So now we are in our script of the third person user controller. What we're going to do is we're going to create a new rigid body. I'm not just bad at naming, I'm also bad at typing, as you might be able to tell. So that basically makes me the perfect teacher, right? So we have created a public rigid body, which is called msmoke. And msmoke is going to have an add force function. So we're going to have our smoke and we're going to add force to it, and we want it to transform forward. And we kind of can select a number here, which I'm going to do, I don't know, maybe 1,000. See how that works out. And yeah, basically that is it. So you have this kind of smoke going transform forward, and if we were to go in here now, you can first off align the emission, make it kind of right here, and then also add it to our script, because right here we have now smoke, and we can take our emission in there, put it in, and just gonna take the rigid body from it. So now when we are in here, so first off you're going to see that since it's instantiate the whole time, it is actually going to trail a little bit. So now if we hit that, you can see that the already smoke is coming out here. Doesn't look so great right now, and it also, when I hit it again, it is only going to start from back there and not from right here. So that is something we want to change right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down here to our folder and create a new folder, just called my prefabs. Go in there, and then you take the emission object and just drag it in right here, and then delete the actual emission object from here. And now what we would like to do is we would instantiate the emission object each time the spell is called, and then also destroy it afterwards. So let's go back into the code, and right here after the instantiation we're going to say instantiate, and then we are going to call the smoke object, and we're going to say smoke, and then we kind of just instantiate it, put it in there, add force to it. Let's look at it, how it would look. And as you can see, he's now casting that spell. However, we can't instantiate a new one, and also I think it should die after a while, because we have this game object right here, and once we are able to make more, it would just take a lot of memory space if they just keep adding up. What you want to do is you go over to your prefab right here, which you have in your My Prefabs folder. Then go to Add Component, New Script, and then call it Destroyer. You don't need to, but it sounds cool. And then edit that script. And right here you say on start, basically just destroy. And then this game object. And then a time after you want it to be destroyed, so let's say 4 seconds. And now when you play it, you can see that after 4 seconds it should vanish, which it does right now. Okay, so you see it vanishes now. However, we are not able to cast multiple spells yet, so I'm gonna fix that in a second. Now we want to make him able to shoot more than just one of those streams. So what we do is we head over to our code into the third-person user control, and in instantiate down here in our function, we're actually going to add some position. So we're going to add transform position and also transform rotation. So once we added that, you can see that he's now able to shoot more than just one stream of smoke, which is extremely great because you always want to be able to shoot a lot more smoke.